publication, Walter Koster, Saarbrücker Zeitung, Germany. Stoffel, the Belgian Grand Prix is for you a real home race. Are you a little bit envious, jealous that Max, as no Belgian countryman, causes a hype with an invasion of his Netherlands country people who will freak out this weekend?
Somehow.
I want to remind you politely of your promise you have given 2 years ago, same place, here in the press conference in Abu Dhabi. Quote, in 10 years, you will have to buy my book and can read the explanation for the change of my and Nico's mechanics crew. It was a good question. It will be an interested read. Do you remember? Now 2 years are over, and I want to know if you already have started writing your book. I am now 69 and have the intention to buy and read it. I hope I will still have the chance in my life. Is it okay so far?
That's a good one.
I remember as well.
I said 10 years ago, 2 years ago. Yeah. I've got a while now, so you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. You got 8 more years to go.
But look at him. You should say something. You know, he deserved it. You know, after the long question.
Luis, in a few weeks you will receive your champion award, but there are still other awards, like for the Rookie of the Year, the Personality of the Year, and the Action of the Year. And now the Mercedes tire Q had won for first time the first fastest pit stop award. Do you think, now my question, that there are enough awards, or can you imagine several other awards, for example, like an award for a fair play, for a special friendly action, or there are no friendly action in Formula One? What's your opinion and the opinion of Sebastian and Ricardo for this subject?
Fair play goes. That's a good question.
Gentlemen, a short view back to the past. 30 years ago, Niki Lauda told us, take a monkey, place him into the cockpit, and he is able to drive the car. 30 years later, Sebastian told us, I had to start my car like a computer. It's very complicated. And Nico Rosberg said he pressed during the race, I don't remember what race, the wrong button on the wheel. Question for you two both. Is Formula One driving today too complicated with 20 and more buttons on the wheel? Are you too much under effort, under pressure? What are your wishes for the future concerning the technical program during the race? Less buttons, more, or less and more communication with your engineers?
Can I ask you who that question is to? Who do you want to answer it? Who's it to?
He said it's
oh, sorry.
for Nico and myself. So.
Sorry.
You didn't listen. Can you repeat the question?
I have a piece of paper for my memory.
Excuse me, sir.
During the last race in Silverstone.
Excuse me, sir.
Walter Koster, Saarbrücker Zeitung, sorry. During the last race in Silverstone, your teammate Kimi asked for more power, but his engineer refused his wish. Kimi answered indignantly, it's not permitted to me to think for myself. Question. To what extent can you make your own decisions on track, and how much is decided remotely on your behalf by the team? I can tell you all that I know a lot of people who don't watch Formula One because technique is too complicated and they feel the races are manipulated. Formula One seems to be more removed from the fans than before. Do you agree with this? And please remember my first question.
I don't remember the question. Well, I think...
You make your own decision.
Yeah, I remember the question. So, what was the question? No.
Nico, Eric. On Sunday evening, season will be over. But let's come at the beginning of the season. But no fear, I don't go through the whole season.
Thank God.
But
Thank God.
you received at the beginning 5 mechanics from the team of Luis. And 5 of your team left the team to Luis. What was your impression of this change? Was it, at the end, a good idea during the season? What were your thoughts concerning this change? You were surprised? Obviously, you are not a fan of this change. And who has had this idea at the end?
This is a very good question.